All right, so Abe and I just got back from the street drive. We went out for about an hour and a half in the brand new Mach 1. And I got to tell you, this thing really does well on the street. It's a car you can drive every day. First and foremost, I absolutely love the sound of the exhaust. It doesn't drone when you're cruising. It's got a really aggressive note under wide open throttle. It barks the tires on the upshifts. We tried the drag mode. We tried the normal mode, the sport mode, and the track mode out there. We drove some broken roads, a lot of switchback type stuff. Compared to a Mustang GT, the car is way more taut. You could feel you're sucked down to the ground a little bit more. The steering's a little more responsive, which is really what you'd expect. They tuned the suspension for the track and for a more aggressive drive. This car had the heated and air-conditioned seats, so we're also in comfort as we're driving around. And what you really want to do is floor it, because the sound of that 480 horsepower Coyote is just absolutely fantastic. Turn in, I felt on this car was really nice. The Mustang GT, even just like a PP1 or a regular base Mustang GT, does float a little bit, a touch of understeer. Not in this car. Super aggressive on turn in, a lot of bite. And when I rolled the power on, especially when I was controlling the automatic through the paddle shifts, I could keep it in the gear I wanted, roll the power on, and the car just sucks down and is glued to the road. The stuff we drove out here around Lancaster, California, I almost said Pennsylvania, so used to that. A lot of broken roads, as I said, crowns, so we were not on a perfect type of track, which we'll be on in a little bit. We're going to be out on the track where it's a little more smooth and we can really get more aggressive with our transitions. But on the street, you can do some spirited driving in this thing, have a lot of fun. The car stays under you in control, and I think the engineers have done a great job with it. There's really nothing I didn't like about it. Got Mike Delzio from Ford. He worked on the suspension and chassis, made the car do what it does. So Mike, GT500, GT350's gone, Bullet is gone. Now we have the Mach 1 kind of sliding into the family. So from your perspective, where does the car fit in? What was the mindset when building this car? And what customer do you think this thing will attract?
So Mach 1 has always been the bridge between a GT and the Shelby products.
Right.
So both Shelby products are great. Unfortunately, the GT350 went away. So now we're looking to fill in for the naturally aspirated, track-capable Mustang.
Right.
So the Bullet was largely, from a chassis standpoint, a GT meant more for the street.
Right.
Did fine on the track, but wasn't really meant for that environment. So we took the learnings from Bullet, from Performance Pack Level 2, and whatever parts we could steal from Shelby,
Right.
and kind of create a mix, along with a bunch of new tooled parts, all unique aero.
Right.
So it's the car, the base GT based product we've been wanting to build for a while. So it has all the track coolers from the Shelby. It's got the Tremec. It's the first track capable Mustang that we've done an auto on.
The balance was fantastic. Like if I, not that you'd want oversteer or understeer, but I missed a couple corners and got a little understeer. I throttled on a little too early with a little too much steering input and got a little oversteer, but still controllable. I mean, it wasn't like any kind of drama. I drove right out of it, but the neutral balance, if you drive the car properly, is there.
I'm pleased to hear that, and that comes from working both the chassis and the aero. So we got all unique fascia for Mach,
Right.
Both on the base, and then an additional splitter for the handling pack.
Mm-hmm.
Unique aero treatments in the back, including the gurney-equipped spoiler from the GT350 track pack.
Right.
So using those two to find the right balance, and then kind of fine-tuning it with the MagneRide. We've opened up some new signals that give us more capability for progressive damping on the MagneRide.
Right.
And so we were able to, tune normal for better ride on the street, which you've experienced, sport for your canyon roads, and then track for this environment. And all about having progressive control without being too harsh, especially on the track in a bumpy circuit like this.
Right, yeah, it is a little bumpy, and it was bumpy street drive. For the most part, it wasn't super smooth roads, but that was cool because you got to kind of feel the car, and it wasn't harsh or anything like that. packages. So start from the beginning, base Mach 1, and talk me through the packages.
So you've got your base Mach 1, your 608 package, which is sort of cloth seats, but everything you need to go fast.
Right.
And then from there you can get the appearance pack, which has the Fighter Jet Gray, the cars you drove today, which is a great looking package.
Right.
A unique color for 21 for Mach. And then you go to the handling package, which is not stickers and stripes and a big spoiler. You get the unique arrows, so you get the bigger splitter. You get the spoiler with the gurney flap.
Right.
You get unique spring rates front and rear. You get a unique rear stabilizer bar that's a lot bigger. You've got a unique Magnaride calibration, and then it all starts and ends with that tire, the Michelin Cup 2 off the GT350R.
So grippy.
The wider wheels. You also get from the GT500 the adjustable top mounts in the front.
Oh, nice.
So that allows you to run the cars you drove on the track today were negative 2.25 degrees of front camber, and all you have to do is push them in to get it.
Okay, maybe that's also why the turn-in was just fantastic. And one of the things I noticed on track that I really loved was when you kind of brake, turned in, and started to roll power on, especially here where you have a lot of on-camber corners, the compression and the grip. Like, I just felt like I wasn't giving it enough. Of course, we're at a press launch, so I don't want to do anything crazy with the car, but I definitely underdrove the car, and we only had a few laps out there, but there's so much left in that thing.
Well, I still feel that way. That every time I go out, I want to look for more. But what you're talking about is, so it really started from the great work from our brake controls team, getting the brake and turn right from the ABS side,
Right.
Getting the car to rotate, but not too much, give you a little bit of a sensation of yaw, but not where you feel like you have to correct for it.
Right.
We've got that Torsen diff in the back, so as you start to get to the power, you get the confidence there.
Right.
And then kind of that chassis aero balance as you start to get the car loose in corner exit. You don't feel like you have to back out. So that's what we've been going for. So if that's what you experienced, I'm happy.
Yeah. All right, so I'm Evan.
Mike Delzio.
Mike Delzio, Ford. We're out here having fun. I could go back on the track if they'd let me, but unfortunately it's time to go home. So everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment. Let us know what you want to see next. And before you know it, we'll have one of these Mach 1s to the drag strip, so stay tuned. Let's rock. Man, you really suck down under braking. Section here. Oh yeah, feel that grip coming into the bowl. Very turn it. Feel the G-forces pushing my body. Oh yeah. Woohoo! She's kicking, baby. She's kicking.